drama in the DM universe.
The Leo and Danny Show podcast has been divided into two camps. The pro Rat Dick Ralphers and the anti-Rat Dick Ralphers.
Correct. We can't help but be pro Rat Dick Ralph right now. Yes.
Leo, he's a performance art genius.
I mean, he wanted to one-up himself once again, so I guess he might have, done something to a picture of our producer. I don't know.
Austin, delicately explain, if you wouldn't mind, why you're so anti-RDR.
Yes.
Dude, I've just given Rat Dick, so many chances. And, I keep trying to help him out and give him advice. And then in turn, he's just trying to publicly humiliate me, masturbating on a picture of my face and having sex with food.
How does he? Does he have a printer?
That the food is me.
I know, it's really surprising.
I don't even have a printer.
Did he go to a local FedEx, print out a picture of you?
I think it was a cell phone.
Okay,
I think he jerked off onto another cell
on
phone.
RPP's cell phone, no doubt. He'd probably...
She won't even notice. She'll just think it's like mayonnaise or something.
Yeah. She might use
she just licked it up thinking it was fucking aioli.
I wouldn't be surprised even a little bit if she did that. For real.
So, Austin, you're upset about that. I saw this was a big issue today. It all came to a head about an hour before the podcast. Mm-hmm. We have Bailey here from Seattle, our most gracious host for a few videos, friend of the channel. So, Bailey... an hour before airtime, Austin is just putting his foot down, not allowing RDR to be on the podcast.
I said this 2 days ago in the group chat that we have.
Yeah, we thought you
Leo
were joking.
said, "Hey guys, should we have Rat Dick Ralph on?" And I said, "No, dude, I'm not letting that guy come to my house because the only rational response is literally just to put hands on him. If he just walks in here and I act like nothing happened,
I said you should
after
slap
he did
him on
this
the pod.
crazy gay shit."
Slap him on the pod.
I just made a bitch, bro.
Fez
I'm not
beat his ass. You should be able to get in and out of the pocket pretty quickly.
I'm not trying to fight with a schizophrenic, wife beater dude who's
Quit shaming
on
people
drugs
with mental health issues
and is about to go to jail. And I definitely don't want to be beef when he's doing all these drugs and shit. I literally wanted the best for Rat Dick. I've been trying to help him out because he's obviously losing his fucking mind and is probably going to die or go to prison. Most likely, everybody agrees that we're just watching this guy destroy himself on camera, and I don't want to be associated with it, and I definitely don't want to bring myself onto his level and have to be in some sort of argument of who's gonna win.
Austin, move your monitor so I can see your face.
Let
me move the monitor so I can see your face here. See, that's what I'm worried about, Austin. It seems like you're a little bit too worried about the fans' feedback on this. And with all due respect, fans...
No, it's about my own self-respect.
Everybody's entitled to their... But you've said multiple times that the fans' opinion of you, viewing you as a bitch, quote unquote, or thinking that you're trying to shut Rat Dick... You've said that affects you.
It's not that they're viewing me as a bitch. That would just make me a bitch. If I just let this guy come into our house and just, be chill, nothing happened... When he masturbated on a picture of my own face.
What is that? That's the least offensive thing he's done.
Dude,
he's masturbated onto a live animal.
Listen,
I don't going to suspend him anyway today.
If you want to prostrate yourself and be the clown or whatever and the cuck, I don't care. I'm not trying to have this guy come over for the sake of you guys getting a
Wait,
couple
who's the clown and the cuck?
Views.
Is that us? Is that the nickname of this podcast now? The clown and the cuck?
Am I the clown and Danny's the cuck?
We got to switch that.
It's Danny the cuck because...
That's what you're saying, I don't care, blah, blah, blah. It's I do care, and that's really all that matters, bro. I'm not trying to be made a fool with this, dude who honestly... I don't even really want to be associated with.
What about putting him on the pod to let him know that's how you feel, and then maybe he will get it through. He will get it through his head. I mean, he knows he needs.
There's nothing I could say to this guy that would be a win.
Oh, here's what we would do.
Just having a conversation with him, just allowing him in my house is an L.
Well, let me say this: he provides God tier content on this podcast that makes the podcast more successful, and you get paid from this podcast. So in that way, you having Rat Dick around is a win.
I don't think necessarily more views, though, is good long term.
What, are we indie fucking coffee shop musicians?
We don't need Rat
Dick. All we need is just some macaroni and cheese and a microwave coffee, and we're good, bro. We don't need a mass audience.
No.
We're not fucking a folk band.
Our responsibility to the fans.
That are Austin's fucking up. I wish Rat Dick was on the pod. But there's definitely a huge amount of people who are like, thank fucking God we don't have Rat Dick on the podcast again for the 15th week in a row.
Who said that? Where?
Literally, like, half of our audience is split. Like, Bailey, what do you think? Do you think the podcast would be better with another Rat Dick Ralph episode?
Okay, I think Rat Dick Ralph is not a good person, and
obviously,
right. I mean, that's like stating the obvious, but he's also getting to the point to where the humor's wearing off, and like a hiatus would be good, maybe.
It's getting sad. It's not like funny anymore. It's like this guy's gonna die probably in the next 2 months.
We were gonna make him give up the dogs until he
that's another thing,
back
like
on the podcast.
The dog abuse and then the live streaming of the domestic shit. I mean that's just like
he's filming himself beating his girlfriend like every day.
They're both shitty. They're both horrible fucking people. They both beat each other. They're both who shits on a mound of shit for months.
Yeah,
without batting a fucking eye.
That's old news.
It's no,
but the point is that's one out of a million fucking things. It's like, and it seems to be getting progressively more sinister. Like that was innocent compared to what's happening.
But what about,
now.
For example,
now dogs are being
Trey Cyrus, our most famous fan.
Yep.
He's a giant Rat Dick Ralph fan. He's been with our pod since day one.
He shows the videos to Miley too. Miley loves Rat Dick Ralph. Miley Cyrus loves Rat Dick Ralph.
Miley is a fucking Rat Dick Ralph fan.
And I'm sorry.
He's done some funny shit.
Now, and not only that, he was gonna offer. This is what he came to. He was talking to me, and he texted me about this. He goes, "Should I send him the 700 that he got scammed by this girl?" I was like, you know what? He would really appreciate that. And he goes, but wait a second. Rat Dick did write me and say he was going to fuck my sister.
This is Trey Cyrus.
Yeah, Trey Cyrus. So Rat Dick wrote him and said he was going to fuck Miley. So he goes, you know what? I'm not going to give him the 700.
Oh, you really blew that one, Rat Dick.
Yeah. What an idiot. He was going to get a 700 from Metro Station's own Trey Cyrus.
Oh, yeah. The biggest pimp in Nashville.
Pimp.
Austin, also, you gotta also remember that you having a problem with Rat Dick Ralph does not mean you have a problem with Leo and I, because I saw the text you sent Leo earlier, like, nah, fuck y'all. You guys are going to have to be funny without Rat Dick Ralph. Like, kind of taking a dig at us, which isn't the first time you've done that. And be like, the podcast sucks. You guys aren't funny.
Yeah, come on, man.
We're not your enemy, dude. It's completely valid.
We need only positive. We need positive energy from you,
But
man.
we've done 200 episodes of the podcast without... Y'all can be funny without Rat Dick. I was saying, sorry, you have to be funny without Rat Dick for a fucking day. Because this guy's nutting on my face on the internet.
That's funny.
I get it.
That's one of the funnier things he's done.
Bro.
I can't be that funny.
It's pretty fucking easy.
I can't be funnier than a guy jerking off on your face, dude.
Dude, a guy printed out a picture of you slosher boys and jerking off. I mean, it's just, he knows what to do to get a certain amount of fans riled up.
If it was a picture of Fan Jerry and Rat Dick Ralph was jerking off on a picture of Fan Jerry's face and came on it, I would think that was hilarious. Like, don't get me wrong. I do think if it was anybody else, it would be really funny. But since it's me, like, I literally just, like, can't let this guy just publicly disrespect me anymore. Especially if he's going to come into my fucking house.
Why don't you, we're doing a survival video this weekend. Why don't you fight him in the fucking desert?
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to, like, I wanted to, like, help Rat Dick.
You don't have to fight him in the desert.
I was trying to give him good advice.
To,
I was saying, bro, listen, you could stream, whatever, like, I'm like, listen, you need to stay with Rat Pussy, treat her right, like, because if you lose her, like, I don't want to see him go homeless and then get arrested or OD and die, right? And all he's done is continue to, like, make me a villain and fuck with me and do all this weird gay shit and send his, like, Rat Dick fans to fuck with me. And it's like, at a certain point, I've just had to put my hands down and be like, well, I can't just give a fuck about this guy anymore, bro. I've done what I can. Like, I feel bad. Like, I honestly see the direction that he's going, and it's not good. And, like, I feel somewhat responsible because we're the only friends this guy has. He doesn't really have anybody else outside of us. But if he's going to keep trying to burn the bridge between us and be, like, this fucking psychopath, then I just can't help the guy anymore. Like, I wish him the best, but I'm not gonna... Like, I don't even want to be associated with him.
You know, Rat Dick, he's a lot like a house fire, Austin. And allow me a metaphor.
Okay.
Whether or not the podcast is better with RDR or better without RDR, you know, I don't really know.
Me neither.
Some of the fans are split also, pro or anti-RDR. But when a house is on fire, you have to watch until the last ember burns out.
That is,
let me finish. Let me finish now, Austin.
You're just
Let me finish.
Destroying himself.
Quit talking about platforming this. You sound like a fucking lefty pussy. You're platforming hate.
In 20 years, he's gonna have blue hair and he's gonna be a lefty fuck.
Let me say this.
Okay.
Because right now, you're arguing, Austin, that Rat Dick has lost his appeal on this podcast and the house fire is almost burned out. It's just a heap of smoldering ruins. And you're saying that a lot of the audience would prefer if we moved on to something else. But I'm going to say this. There might be a pocket of embers at the bottom of this mound of rubbish that's about to ignite, a fucking, like a pressurized tank and explode up into the air 200 feet. That moment could be coming. And if it happens, by golly, I want it to happen on this podcast.
Dude, that moment is going to be his fucking soul ascending to heaven when he overdoses on fentanyl.
Okay, listen.
I don't think he's going to heaven.
House he was my house. They're going to be like, oh, well.
Wait. Hey, Bailey thinks he's not making it to heaven.
He's not making it to heaven, Austin. You're being very generous.
I wanted that moment
okay.
that Danny's talking about.
I wish he would.
We were gonna have RDR, RPP, and Long Neck on the couch, a guy that she jerked off. You know what I mean? This was gonna be an interesting conversation.
It's gonna be interesting.
It was gonna be for the fans.
I want to see this propane tank blow in whichever way it's gonna blow. Like maybe it blows up and Rat Dick rides the forceful wave up into the sky and he lands on a shooting star.
Yeah.
And he ends up like a local manager at a FedEx office. So he can print more pictures of your face and keep jerking off on him.
It's getting so dark, though. That's not going to happen. The guy
is
is
getting a little
completely
dark.
losing his
I
mind.
was planning other podcasts in the future where we were going to get him to, like, I was, we have a certain transsexual woman that
we do.
Used to be a man. She is really down to get dolled up and pretend to be an OnlyFans girl that wants to mess with Rat Dick.
Is she still equipped?
And she's still equipped.
She's equipped. We've seen it, unfortunately, multiple times.
We have. So this woman was going to come dolled up. You know that RDR was going to take the bait, and it's going to be a great episode.
He was going to take more than the fucking bait.
Yeah,
right.
He will. The thing is, I don't even think RDR would even mind if it were like 6 a.m. and he was completely sober. I think he would still go for it.
100%.
Dude, no.
100%.
He's gay. Like,
could be
he
too.
was saying that there was
okay.
like more
with
of these gay sites. And I was watching back the podcast, right? And at the end of the podcast, he said, I was selling butthole on OfferUp. And then I said, oh, you were selling pictures of your butthole on the internet, blah, blah. And then we moved on for the topic. But no, he just said he was selling asshole on OfferUp. Like,
if Rat Dick was a male prostitute,
been selling his asshole.
If he's a male prostitute or has been in his life, that's only more reason to have him stay on the pod,
dude.
You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think how valuable Rat Dick's asshole pick is on the open market. The best analogy is a Pokemon card. That's the equivalent of like trying to sell a Pidgey. Like, how much does a Pidgey get you at a garage sale, Austin?
$1.50.
A couple cents.
Yeah, not even $1.50.
Since when is OfferUp a fucking prostitution solicitation?
All
website?
those sites are prostitution sites too.
Do you have to have some kind of code wording though? It can't be just like, "Hey, I'm offering my ass."
Rat Dick's approach was probably, "Hey, I'm selling asshole."
Wait,
I'm sure his approach was.
This Fed just came out here with a laptop so large, it's like he's doing a bit. What are you doing, dude? That is the biggest laptop I've ever seen. This is how much they like me where I work.
It's a $4,000.
He's got it. It's like you can't buy that over the counter at Mac. It's the biggest Apple laptop I've ever seen.
It's a thick laptop. Wow.
Okay, well I'm sorry, I shouldn't have taken us there.
Yeah, but it is. I don't know. It's kind of like, how many episodes did Howard Stern have with Beetlejuice?
He is our Beetlejuice. Austin, I'm sorry, man. I get where you're coming from too. I know it's not fun to get harassed by mobs of fans, because is it in your live streams people are coming at you?
Yeah, it's not just that. It's just like, I don't know. I don't want to like bring too much attention to it, because then it just encourages more people to like keep trying to like dox me.
Sure,
shit.
Dude.
But Rat Dick is just allowing these people to do this stuff, and he's encouraging it. And it's like, he keeps like trying to like encourage these guys to like fuck with me and shit.
I know, yeah.
When I'm genuinely just trying to help out Rat Dick so that he doesn't die.
Sure. No, I get you, man. And we'll have a talk with him about that. I know how that is too, though. I mean, when we had our situation way back with like Brandon Buckingham, and like we got doxxed and a ton of hate coming in on live streams and stuff. It feels like those negative voices are like the only voices in the world, but probably the couple of Rat Dick fans who are talking shit to you, you're over amplifying those voices.
No, but these aren't the fans. Like, I don't care about people talking shit. That doesn't even bother me. I've been doing this for like a long time. There's a lot of people talking shit. It's that these are the guys that are actively like making a game out of destroying Rat Dick's life. Like they go on his live stream
that's a thing.
and they're trying to call the cops on him, and
I don't know how they haven't been able to call the cops.
Beat up Rat Pussy Pam.
No, he's so right. That shit is so fucking cringe too. Like anyone out there that like supports that shit, you're a horrible fucking person. And it's not even about, you're not valuing anything comedic. You're just out there. It's like torture porn, or like it's some nasty weird fetish that you're into. It's honestly disgusting. I mean, nothing's funny about it. That's in my opinion. There's funny shit about Rat Dick and Rat Pussy, but like telling them to like actively hurt themselves is like not funny. In my opinion, that's not funny.
What's up?
Nah, dude, I don't even want to fucking.
Well, he can't prevent that from happening. I mean, Rat Dick's gonna do what he's gonna do.
I can't believe that he just reached orgasm while
the
saying
only thing.
All those things he was saying.
He's got amazing sexual functioning.
It's shocking. How is it that his sexual he should be studied? He's young, I guess. He's only 24, 25, but it's still crazy. He's abused his body more than
I mean,
anyone.
honestly, like I did get sent a video of him like coming into like a pot or something before he like smoked his own jizz.
I saw that too.
I did see that.
It was very water-like. Like there's definitely not a lot of swimmers in that shit. Like no wonder he's not getting her pregnant, bro.
We should get everybody's sperm tested and see who has the best swimmers.
That would be a good pod.
That would be a good
segment.
pod episode, yeah.
Dude, Rat Dick, he told us last time that he sleeps about 1 hour a night because he gets hammered drunk until 4 or 5 a.m. And then he wakes up, the sun comes beaming through his sliding glass door, and all the dogs are losing their mind at first light. He essentially doesn't sleep.
He has those insane rings under his eyes. So you can see it. It's like his skull is like
so
visible.
Bad. Like when you just said he was 24 or 25, I'm like, no fucking way. I thought
he was like
20,
24, yeah.
I'm 23, bro. I know I look old for my age, but like he looks weathered. He doesn't look old. He looks like he's been.
You would look young if you were just smaller. Just your size makes you feel older.
Actually, now I kind of wish you came.
Austin really hates you because you jerked off on a picture of his face. So he's.
I'm sorry about that, Austin, bro. I didn't.
So, Rat Dick Ralph, that seems like a sincere apology. What do you say, Austin? Austin's on the phone with somebody. I think he's trying to head off the police. He's trying to tell them not to come. Hey, tell RPP your man's here.
Our RPP, how are you? The guy that you jerked, long neck. He's here, and he says he misses that ass, girl. Anyway, long neck, by the way, is wide neck. Unfortunately, is in jail right now. RPP. So if you want to go visit him, he gets conjugal visits though. If you wanted to go.
If you want to suck his dick through some iron bars.
I don't know. We don't know what happened. We're going to talk to Long Neck and figure this out. But our boy, Wide Neck, he's in jail right now. But what's going on with you guys? Can you guys just put the dog, can you guys at least find a home for the dogs? Like, what's going on with that?
I'm trying.
I bet you're trying real hard going to that rave and spending all your money this weekend.
Yeah, I got blacked out on Molly and lost my phone. I don't have access to my Instagram anymore.
Can I say
really smart of you?
Well, there we go. Another one bites the dust when it comes to the Instagram.
I don't want to keep fucking up.
Leo, do you mind just pulling him away from the mic real quick?
Sure.
What do you think, Leo? Do you think, and you could listen into this too, RDR.
Listen.
I think, like, hands down, the better move for the dogs is just to open the door and see what happens.
See that on Trovo?
Yeah, they escaped, I guess. Fans kept sending me that. Listen, I think that you need to figure out a way to just kind of find a nice forest area, nice little wooded area, and just kind of let them all go.
Well, they'll be consumed by coyotes near instantly, but which might be a better fate than what they're currently going. They're currently getting jizzed on by a drug addict.
Yeah, they're getting that battery acid jizz from Rat Dick's loins on them. Do they have a skin condition yet? No, seriously, the dogs need to go. We were going to tell you on the pod today that we can't have you back until the dogs are actually in a shelter.
Really?
Yeah, you got to get them to a shelter, Rat Dick. It's over, bro. You're the worst owner in the history of all time. You can't even walk them a mile away from your house, dude. You can't. You can't give them proper food and water. Like, come on, man. Like figure out a way. You leave them. You probably left them for another 36 hours to go to a rave. Am I right?
Yeah. I mean, I was gone all night, and
you were gone all night. And they're just barking in that.
Here's what you do, Rat Dick. Just go to your door, the apartment door.
Open your door.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
You open the door, and that's fucking it.
Just let them go. Somebody's going to pick them up, and they'll find a shelter of sorts, or call a shelter. Just take them, drive to a shelter, and leave them there. I would say you could almost just go to the local fire department.
If they're old, they're just going to be put right down.
They're not that old. I don't think they're going to. No, it could be a non-kill shelter. We can do a non-kill shelter.
Yeah.
Honestly, Jacob Couch said he would actually take them in. He did.
All of them?
Okay.
Yeah, and find a home for him.
Wow, Jacob Couch, man,
He's an
oddly
animal.
responsible for
Yeah,
a guys.
yeah.
I thought he'd be less interested in saving dogs and more into chasing pussy.
Well, I think they come in hand, Danny. But yeah, we have people that would take them off your hands too if you want to just.
We also have guests here, Elias.
We have guests. Radek, listen, we got to go, dude. Listen,
Okay.
stay off the streaming maybe for a little while, and I guess you're kicked off the pod now because Austin hates your guts.
Am I really
because
kicked off the pod, man? Come on.
well, we're gonna talk I think you're gonna need a little. We're gonna need to mediate, maybe figure this out. We want you on the pod.
RDR, don't come at me and Papa Leo because we've had your back hardcore, dude. It's,
Yeah.
That's what I do, Daddy.
So I think it's funny. I think it's funny that you masturbated on Austin Schlosser's digital face.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's so bad about that?
I think it's the least bad thing you've ever done.
All right.
Austin thinks it's really gay, though, and he keeps throwing around the word disrespectful.
Disrespectful, bro. We're friends. I did that because we're in the crew together. Why would you let some random guy do
You got to tell it to him. You got like the guy will attack you on sight, like an owl fighting a crow.
So if I come over there and try to come on the podcast, he's going to attack me.
I think he would lose his nerve.
Should I try to come over?
I think since the cops are going to beat you here, it would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Are the cops really going there?
I don't know, man. One of your psycho fans called him.
Yep.
Dude, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean that, dude. Come on. It wasn't my fault.
Kind of is a little bit, but
You do erratic behavior on stream and then expect it not to result in anything bad.
RDR, I've heard you've moved on to whippets.
You're jacking off on camera.
I cannot believe you do that. I can't believe that.